So, I, in my infinite wisdom, forgot to do the thoughts on chapter 3 for Uma Musume because I was so busy wanting to get dinner going and started. It's done now. That's why there was such a long break. I apologize for that. I will be doing an extra thing for the VOD part of the rest of chapter 3. Yeah. Anyway, we can finally do One Piece. So, we only have one last adventure for the Straw Hats. Before we get our strength back. So this is the entire crew. I see the bodies that sank to the skeleton. Ready to go to the next Memoria? Alright, I'll read the cue. Yep. The longest story is the final returning adventure for the Straw Hats. Which is weird because you would think that it would be because you would think that would have been like Sadobi or Fishman. You know? It's weird. It's weird that we're going to Dressrosa. And while we're venturing into Dressrosa, Audio is getting his plan started. But yeah, again, it's weird that the last big adventure we have is literally the longest story we've had in the entire game and the entire manga. I do think that the reason why it's Dressrosa is this was wrapping up when Namco and Oda were talks about the game. That's why I think it's Dressrosa. It couldn't be Wano because that's way too a little bit too much far in the future. Like to put it in a time slot, I would think that they were that Oda had this game was planning a little. Oda and the writers were talking about this game during meetings and stuff for Pirate Warriors 4. But yeah, Dressrosa. Hey Luffy, I won't find the Coliseum if there's a tournament. If you need Force Colossus, that's mean Adventure will turn everything to normal. Guess I'll get some Tatabasco sauce ready, just in case. With Brooke's body back, everyone's together. I've got to make a special meal when we get back from Memoria. Now we have everyone, Luffy. Looking at the relationship between ruins and the Colossi, it's clear that when Wofford was a Sky Island, they were using the Colossi's power to conduct weather experiments and research. The experiments were made possible by the Colossi's power, but how were the Colossi's power created in the first place? I'm glad Brooke's body was scattered in the sea with sea currents. One more push, I'll do my super best. So this is the strange place everyone talked about. It's very beautiful. It should be noted that even though we have all the Straw Hats together, this adventure was only 5 of us. 4 Straw Hats bowed out for a very specific reason. We will talk about I think the Grand Logs will cover that. So I'm not going to talk about that right now. Next. Did I do this? Yeah, okay. We finally defeated the last Colossus. Once Audio's half of the dream is realized, I will go talk to her. Wofford renewed, and life with new residents. I'm sure she'll understand. Upon this, for Luffy, Jet Gatling and Giant Pistol can reach level 3, and he gains Leo Bazooka. After the time skip, I think I mentioned this before, Luffy's moves are now animal-based instead of weapon-based. For Zoro, Asura Silver Mist can reach level 3, Ultra Tiger Tramp, Purgatory Onigiri, Black Rope Dragon Twister, Deathline Song, and 1080 Caliber Phoenix can reach level 2, and he gains 3 billion-fold world tricolocalism. Nami can get Gust Sword, Stormcloud Rod, and Thunderbreed Tempo to level 2. Usopp can get Green Star School Blast Grass level 2. Sanji get Paul Fril Spectre, Bien Kut Grill Shot, and Hell Memories level 2. Chopper can get Cloven Diamond, Kung Fu Point, Hornken Elf, and Cloven Roseo Palm to level 2. Robin can get 80 Fleurs Quattro Mono Shock, Mille Fleurs Gigant Strano Mono Spunk, and Stomp to level 2. Frankie can get Weapons Left, Coup d'Event, Frankie Fireball to level 3, Frankie Cannon, Radical Beam, and Iron Boxing level 2, and he also acquires Max Skull Charge. Zoro, when we also get the full accessory slots for Zoro, Usopp, Sanji. We get the first for Brook. But now it's time to go for the longest story in the entire thing. The longest one. Well, I think it's second longest now since we finished Wano. But yeah. Dressrosa.
最後の仲間が合流し、ついに揃った麦わらの一味。炎の巨像も退け、奪われたすべてのキューブを取り返した。最後に挑むは動乱の国。凶悪な七部会が彼らを翻弄する。自称騒乱の王国ドレスローザの戦い。
俺はずっとあんたに礼が言いたかった。ありがとう。
Chapter 8, Kingdom in Conflict, Battle of Dressrosa. And we start at the very end of the entire story arc. Strange things surround the city. The city is destroyed. A giant stone statue lays dormant.
覆ってるあれは何？鳥かごよ。この国の象徴のような。
ドレスローザってことはまたあいつらと戦うことになるんだよな。
あいつら？
この国にはドンキポーテファミリーっていうおっかねえ奴らがいて、現実世界ではそいつらとの戦いになっちまったんだ。
私、サンジ君、チョッパー、ブルックの4人は途中で離れたんだけど、かなり激しい戦いだったみたい。
Yep, just like Nami says. She, Sanji, Chopper, and Brook did not participate in the rest of this. It was all Luffy, Zoro, Robin, Usopp, and Frankie. The four of them were gone to because we had a hostage at this point named Caesar Clown. We were basically guiding him to keep him away from from Big Mom.
ここでの結末はどうなったの？
あん時は俺がドフラミンゴをぶっ飛ばした。
じゃあ、君
I mean,
その
you could have seen that coming.
倒しに行きましょう。レッツゴー！
ノリが軽すぎるわ。
マリンフォードの事件で自分たちの力を知った一味はそれぞれに力をつけ2年後に再集結を果たした。道中海賊のトラファルガー・ローと同盟を組んだルフィは桜花七部会ドン・キホーテ・ド・フラミンゴが統治するドレスローザ王国に到着した。ここでドフラミンゴに連れ去られたローの奪還に動き出したルフィだが、その最中国に渦巻く闇を知りドフラミンゴの討伐を決意する。そしてついに麦わらの一味はドレスローザ王国の闇を国中に暴くことに成功。怒れるドフラミンゴは全てを葬り去るため鳥かごなる大技を発動したのだった。
It should be noted that Doflamingo is actually the third of the warlords that the Straw Hats dealt with. Yep, our objectives to unlock the grand logs now are learn about Dressrosa's situation, reach the Colosseum, meet Rebecca, reach the New Royal Plateau's first, second, and third levels, reach the Sunflower Field, and defeat Doflamingo. We also get 27 dishes and get any crew member to 45. The path to the side is completely blocked. Over here is the chest. Senior Pink's pacifier. Officer from Don Quixote family who wears sunglasses and looks like a baby. This guy was Frankie's opponent. And you might be thinking, so Sanji beat up a guy who wears diapers and an adult baby diaper lover? No. Senior Pink is actually one of the way more fucking tragic villains. He had a wife who did not, basically, he dresses up like a baby to honor his dead wife. I'm dead serious. He did that. Look up his past. He is one of the most fucking tragic villains of this entire thing, and it's funny that Oda's made a villain that makes you feel sad. Because like he looks so fucking silly. He looks silly. So tragic though. So tragic. In fact, the fight between him and Frankie, both of them gain a respect for the other one. It's actually one of my favorite fights in Dressrosa. Outside of Luffy's fight, Luffy wins in terms of fights for this arc. But it's also Luffy, so main characters should get the best fight. But no. Same here. I don't know. I don't know anything. Dressrosa was known as King of Love, Passion, Toys. How this happened? New information. You should ask the other people. The other people up ahead. Damn it! Our city is ruined. What was that? Was there an earthquake or did a volcano erupt? The ground just started twisting. I have no idea what's going on anymore. What is that thing in the sky? What happened to our city? It also should go on record. Yeah. If the Straw Hats did not stop this, everyone would be dead. Everyone. This is basically Doflamingo's last resort attack.
ドフラミンゴがやったの？
いや、建物とかが崩れてるのはドン・キホーテファミリーの幹部がやったんだ。
みんなの家を壊すなんて。ドフラミンゴ以外にも悪い人がいるのね。
It should go on record. Oda spares no time just going, yes, this is a villain when it comes to Doflamingo. Doflamingo is way worse than Crocodile, because Crocodile at least has some good moments, plus he also did help out during the war. Doflamingo is literally one of the worst villains ever. And I don't mean that in he sucks. He is one of the literal worst villains ever Oda's ever made. So much senseless destruction from one man. And there's even, and like I said, there's that looming thing. Our house. I'm so scared. We managed to escape with our lives. What are we supposed to do now? I saw Crow touch that birdcage thing. Then its body split right in half. There's no way. If something like that is around the city, it means we're...
まあまあ。まずいまずい。
そんなことって。
Yeah. Yeah, what Usopp says and what this guy says. That should tell you how scary this whole ending bit was. Also, I'm going to move my webcam a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this was a scary time. I also should state, we're not under a time limit for this. We can go as much as long as we want. The birdcage is not moving. But if you're playing Pirate Warriors 3, 4, we actually would be having a time limit battle for this chunk. Hey, we should get out of here. We need to leave the island before there's another earthquake. Where do we run to? There's someone sitting there that we can't escape the string cage. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. Yeah, I'm glad we made it done. Thought I'd losing you just... Anyway, go back to the beginning just to do a quick check of this. Oh, right. I forgot about the box.
行くぞ。
よし。
You could very easily compare the war in Alabasta to this. Because it's like, when it comes, the difference between this is way more, you feel a lot more sadness for people around here. Because in the case for Alabasta, it's basically Baroque Works were working both sides of the war. They were basically feeding the war. Here, it's literally just very few people. Doflamingo and his officers. Baroque Works, Crocodile, and the rest of Crocodile himself never outright threatened Alabasta. Physically, like in the case of the birdcage. But his men did a lot of work. And hell, the only time his named officers did it was Mr. 2 masquerading as King Cobra. What in the world? Everything's going crazy. Building's all messed up. Hey, that big thing up there. Stop. Say no more. I don't believe he could do this. Dang it, everywhere's blocked. This house is blocked by a cliff, so that just leaves north. Well, we can go south. Huh? What? Is that my house lying in ruins? My house was miraculously spared, but I'm sure it's a mess inside because of all that shaking. Looks like it'll be hard to climb up here. Well, not so bad at climbing down. I mean, Luffy can reach it, so can Robin. Frankie can too. Chopper can too with his jump point, and Sanji Skywalker can too. There was a cliff here before. The road has been destroyed. I forgot to do something, so I need to. So I'll be doing it during the next cutscene, which is actually very soon. This is also one other difference between Crocodile and Doflamingo. Doflamingo actually took his country over.
私たちずっと騙されていたのね。
そんな嘘だろう。10年前のあの事件も奴らが仕組んだことだったなんて。平和を愛していたかつての王を極悪人に仕立て上げ、それを倒して英雄になることで国を乗っ取っていたなんて。ね
え、今の話って。
ええ、似ているでしょ。
ドレスローザでもあれと似たようなことが起こり、ドフラミンゴの野郎は
I didn't mean to skip over Robin's line.
けどそいつはすでに明るみになってるみてえだな。道理で鳥かごが発動されてるわけだぜ。
どういうこと？
あいつは全てをもみ消すつもりなんだ。この国の真実が漏れる前に島中の人間を皆殺しにすることでな。
Yeah. Doflamingo is literally just going, well, Operation Burn Everything. No survivors.
ひどい。
大丈夫だ。そんなこと俺たちがさせねえ。
Dang it. The former King's Rampage was all Doflamingo's doing. What kind of sick person would come with a plan to set up the king in order to overthrow him and take over the kingdom? Why? Why is this happening? Doflamingo will pay. Hey, can we do something about the Don Quixote family? Like what? We're no match for them. But we are. How could King Doflamingo do this? Can't trust anything anymore. Seems like something's happening on the other side of this road. I don't have energy to even stand anymore. Hey, look up on the other side of the road. I can't believe it. The Royal Plateau is so low. And where'd the Royal House go? It should be on top of it. We'll have to go over these buildings. Around these buildings. If this is a dream, I want to wake up. First the Royal Plateau sinks, then the Royal Palace flies away, and they're the ones behind it. Yeah, I wish it was a dream too. I love Don Quixote family. I wish it was a dream too. I'm about to pass out. Okay, cool. Is that him up there? Yeah, damn it. There we go. I was surprised I was able to talk to them. What is that giant statue? The Stone Assimilation Man. He's the reason the city's in this state. Are we going to be okay? That thing will squash us like bugs. Don't worry. Looks like that bastard's not inside right now. Not that I can guarantee he'll stay that way. Yeah. Thought that was just an ordinary statue, didn't it? stone fruit user. Pika is the stone fruit devil fruit user. There's no way he removed the land and destroyed the city. Why? He's one of the heroes who saved this kingdom. Just stop. We were all tricked. Yeah. What's that elevated area there? That's the Royal Plateau. Dressrosa's Royal Palace was originally built there. But now the Royal Palace moved to a different location. I suppose it's the old Royal Plateau.
行くぞ。
よし。
Doflamingo should be in the Royal Palace, but the Royal Palace has disappeared somewhere. Okay. I figured it was to be the case, but yeah.
ドレスローザの国民たちおよび客人たち真実を知り俺を殺してと思うやつもさぞ多かろうだからゲームを用意したこの俺を殺すゲームだ俺は王宮にいる逃げも隠れもしないこの命を取れれば当然ここでゲームセットだもう一つだけゲームを終わらせる方法がある今から俺が名前を挙げるやつ全員の首を君らが取った場合だ
リンゴのやつ何言ってんだ
忘れたのかルフィ俺たち懸賞金をかけられたんだよ
見ろこいつらこそが
The 5 Straw Hats, Law, and 2 people we've never even seen before. In game, I mean. We also noticed that Usopp has a way higher bounty than Luffy or Law. I wish that after this cutscene that would still be in the air, but now we have the learning thing. Record of Dressrosa's past. Recall the time from beating Rebecca until the battle at the Colosseum. We are going to be watching all of these mostly because this is the end game for Dressrosa. It skipped a lot. We skipped a lot of things, and it also will give us a little bit more cues for stuff.
ルフィはトラファルガーローと海賊同盟を組み愛と情熱とおもちゃの国ドレスローザへとやってきた生きたおもちゃが街を歩くこの国は桜花七部会のドン・キホーテ・ドフラミンゴが国王として治めているのだルフィとローがこの国に来た目的はドフラミンゴの七部会脱退を条件にシーザーを引き渡す取引のためだった上陸したルフィたちはエースの能力だったメラメラの実が優勝商品となる大会の話を聞く会場であるコリーダ・コロシアムに潜入したルフィはレベッカという剣闘士の少女と出会った彼女は囚人であり1000勝できれば自由の身になれるという条件で大会に参加していたしかしどんな強者も100戦もすれば大怪我をする3000戦全勝の剣闘士キュロスの伝説も彼を実際に知る者はなく現実は死ぬまで見せ物にされるのみ平和に見えるこの国には極端な光と闇があったレベッカはおもちゃの片足の兵隊さんに守り育てられたと話す片足の兵隊が命と引き換えにドフラミンゴを撃つつもりと知ったレベッカは大会に優勝してメラメラの実の力で兵隊さんを守りたいと話す貧しい暮らしを強いて民から富を強奪したという先代国王その孫娘であるレベッカは国中から恨まれる存在だった涙をこらえそれでも戦い続けるレベッカ自らは攻撃せず攻撃をかわし続ける戦法で勝ち上がり ルフィと共に決勝トーナメントへ駒を進めるのだった。
That is the pink-haired girl we saw in the last cutscene. That's Rebecca. And so now you realize the reason why she had a bounty.
ドフラミンゴのいる王宮に向かいましょう。
鳥かごが閉じる前に蹴りをつけねえとな。
よし、急ぐぞ。
You can probably very easily guess where Luffy and Law got their bounties from. Same for Frankie, Robin, and
俺
Zoro.
に任せろ。
But Usopp's is a little bit of a story, but we're gonna cover that in a little bit because there's something we need to cover. Else we need to
よし。
cover beforehand. The same for that mysterious blonde boy we saw. Who is he? Another locked chest. Hey, I see flower beds. While the city is in a horrible state, there are still pristine spots like this that survived. Yeah, a lot of flowers survived. And no, in case if you aren't, in case if you're confused, no. The bounties are completely separate from the wanted bounty, from the Marines wanted poster. Actually, I should actually go on real quick. Not that. I'm trying to look for the bounties. It should be going on to record. It should be, yeah, I am going to be talking about the bounties that the Straw Hats and their allies did acquire. Not all the allies, because not all the allies are basically the ones for the characters we've seen. But yeah, you see this map. This is a big map. A very big map. And we only have three other areas to us. Anyway, but yeah. Rebecca's bounty is 100 million berries. Robin's is also 100 million berries. Frankie, also 100 million berries. Zoro, 2 million. Luffy, Law, and the mysterious boy all have 300 million. And you might be curious as to why Usopp has a higher bounty. Again, we'll talk about that and just how much Doflamingo wanted for him.
俺に任せろ。
Him, when we cover a little bit more things. And also, will be stated, these bounties were not tacked onto their wanted posters. It was straight these numbers. They are also non-available due to Doflamingo being defeated.
よし。
Huh? Aren't you guys? You're the bounties. It's the bounties. We get a lot of money for taking you down. No, I'm kidding. Hurry and get out of here. Yeah, interesting note. The five... No one really got into a fight over the Straw Hats plus allies bounties. They were relatively safe. The intensity is palpable looking up at him from below. Who fought with him before when I wasn't around? That was Zoro. Yeah. We was hiding inside that stone statue, so I sliced him from the waist up. What? But that would make the rock drop on the city causing more damage. Don't worry. That king of wherever just blew the whole thing away. What? That king is pretty amazing too. Yeah. Zoro is the one who fought Pika. But then the king they mean? King Riku. Rebecca's grandfather. The king that went mad. But apparently what was Doflamingo's doing? You guys should run. You don't know when someone might come out after your bounty. Huh? Me? I'm not falling for his tricks. Yeah, notice that basically more of the way is up north, but we need to more go to the right. That's because that's where the exit is. I know you didn't do anything wrong. But could you please turn yourselves over to Doflamingo to save the city? This guy raises a good point. Knowing how sadistic Doflamingo is, no. I honestly don't think that even if Luffy and the others were all killed, he would still destroy Dressrosa. Because that's just how much of a bastard Doflamingo is. Hurry up and hide. Why? Because my husband's coming back with weapons. Hold on. We should be heading to the Royal Palace where Doflamingo is. We shouldn't rush. Let's try to gather some intel first. Who's after your bounty? What? Where's the Royal Palace? They moved it behind Pika's statue. That's all I know. You have to ask someone on the other side of the gate for more information.
Yeah, 気づかなくて当然さ。おもちゃにされた人間の記憶は人々から失われる。気づけって方が無理ってもんさ。
人がおもちゃにされた。
ああ、ドン・キホーテファミリーの幹部、シュガーってやつの能力だ。
おもちゃに変えられた人たちは、昼は人々を楽しませるおもちゃとして過ごし、夜は闇取引を行うための交易港で誰にも知られることなく働かされ続けていたのよ。
そしてそのシュガーを見事に倒し、みんなを元の人間に戻したのがこの俺ってわけだ。
And that is why Usopp has the highest bounty. Because he took down one of the officers and put an end to a lot of what Doflamingo was doing. Behind the scenes. I'm dead serious. That is why Usopp has the highest bounty of all of the Straw Hats from Doflamingo. And it's also the thing that gives them the moniker of God.
本当に？
おいおい、疑ってんのか？
今の話は本当よ。その証拠にウソップには私たちの中で一番高い5億もの懸賞金がかけられているわ。
そう。ウソップって実はすごかったのね。
実はってあのな、こんだけ一緒に冒険してきてそれはねえだろう。
I also do want to state we have seen first-hand effect of Sugar's powers of forgetting getting the ones they met that have turned toys. Robin was turned into a toy. It's weird that they don't mention, but I think the Grand Log that mentions the whole sugar thing, I think that mentions Robin. Toys are turning back into people. The city is in ruins. What in the world is happening? And what the guy said is true. True. And like I have also stated, if sugar turns you into a toy, anyone who's met you, if the sugar turned you into a toy, anyone who's met you, you are gone from their memories. It's really weird. It really doesn't make sense in my eyes. It's just really weird because there's a memory. There's also a memory devil fruit that's eaten by a later character, but it's like they can only affect one person. I don't get how sugars can affect a lot of people. How can they turn people into toys and force them to work? Yeah, and all I did was slightly criticize Doflamingo's rule. He's no hero. He's pure evil. Another Yaya cube. This is a nightmare. How this happened? Dang it. Someone sort of Kingdom of Love, Passion toys. Nobody told me toys were actually people. Can't believe Dressrosa was so devastated. I heard it's such a lively and glamorous city. Close my eyes, remember the beautiful flowers and fragrant dishes, and the romance with the passion and beauty. Didn't she trick you and almost get you killed? Shut up! But it was a nice girl. Yeah, Sanji actually did explore Dressrosa with the first group of the Straw Hats. I believe Frankie was originally part of the separate group, and he joined. I think it was either Frankie or Usopp. I can't remember. That's terrible. I'm finally human again. But look at the city. Hey guys, sorry about the random cut. I had a blue screen. Yeah, I didn't mean to basically just turn the stream off. No, my computer blue screen. It's been happening a little bit lately. I'm trying to find the issue. I think I might have the issue. I don't know. I'm hoping that I have the issue done, and it's not I need to buy like a new RAM or something, power supply or something, you know. But yeah, so I didn't just quit the game. I saved at the tavern because if you looked at the map, you might have seen a tavern near that couple. We're gonna start the next session of One Piece there. So apologies for the sun cut. Nothing bad happened. I just blue screened. Take care, guys.